Two people are in custody after a chain of events in Etobicoke that began with an armed home invasion.
It ended with a crash involving a police vehicle. Tonight, police are searching for more suspects. CTV's Allison Hurst is live tonight outside police headquarters with the latest on this. Allison.
Nathan, that's right. They are still looking for two suspects and a suspect vehicle, but police are also not giving us that much detail on the relationship between the three victims in this case. They say one of them was a homeowner who they believe was the intended target. There was another person sleeping in that home, and then a third person was somebody who arrived in a red Honda Civic, and police say that person was an acquaintance. Police block in a red Honda Civic in their hunt for the suspects of an armed home invasion and kidnapping that happened in Etobicoke.
A victim arrived at a residence in a red Honda Civic. A suspect vehicle pulled up and three individuals approached and at gunpoint forced him back into his vehicle.
Police say the suspects drove the victim in his car from 11 p.m. Tuesday night until midnight, making demands.
When the victim first pulled up to the home, the homeowner was not home at the time. They were buying time for the homeowner to return home.
Officers believe the house near Martin Grove Road and John Garland Boulevard was the intended target. The suspects returned around 12:30 and the homeowner came outside.
Both men were then forced inside the home where a third victim was awoken. All three were held at gunpoint and one suspect produced a shotgun.
We have no information to suggest that the initial victim in the red Honda Civic was targeted.
Police say he's an acquaintance of the homeowner. They say the house was then robbed.
Of jewelry, clothing, cash, and cannabis before fleeing. But they fled in that suspect car, also in a Honda Civic, and the homeowner's blue Ford F-150.
Officers saw both stolen vehicles at 1:45 a.m. near Highway 401 and Weston Road. That's where the Honda was blocked in. Police allege the suspect pointed a loaded handgun at officers before being taken into custody. The homeowner's vehicle, the blue Ford F-150, was tracked to Albion Road and Islington Avenue shortly after, but the driver allegedly charged a police car and fled again. It was ultimately found around 3 a.m. near St. Clair Avenue West and Runnymede Road. That suspect was then arrested.
We are continuing to seek the public's assistance to identify and locate the other two individuals believed to be involved in this kidnapping and home invasion.
Police do not have a description of the suspect's vehicle or the person driving it. They say there was a third suspect inside the Honda during the kidnapping.
He is described as a male black with a Jamaican accent.
The two arrested are both from Toronto and faced a list of charges. Jermaine Smith's charges include kidnapping, robbery with a firearm, theft of a motor vehicle with violence, and pointing a firearm. To John Kelly's charges include kidnapping, robbery with a firearm, and theft of a motor vehicle with violence, as well as not complying with his release conditions and 2 counts of possessing a firearm contrary to a prohibition order. And police are appealing to the public. They're asking anyone who may have any dash cam footage or surveillance footage in any of the areas in and around Etobicoke where these incidents happened. They're looking for that vehicle, trying to identify those two suspects. Reporting live, I'm Allison Hurst. Back to you in studio.
Thank you, Allison.